So what we're going to do is we're going to write down, we're going to try to write down all of the possible strings of letters that you could have with x, x inverse, y and y inverse. Okay. So give me one.
So it just these in any order?
Yeah, just think of these as being like letters in an alphabet, and we're going to just write words. So go ahead.
X inverse y, y inverse x.
Okay, actually, that is a fantastic example. Do you want to do that on the cube?
Sure.
So for you, you're going to be, I guess where you're standing, that's going to be x.
Okay.
And y is going to be that way. So do x.
X inverse.
X inverse.
Y is this way?
Yep.
Y.
Y.
Y inverse x.
Yeah.
So
what happened?
We just get back to where we started.
Okay. Do you see why that could have happened?
Well, so you have the y and the y inverse are next to each other. So that just nullifies. It's just like doing that.
Right.
And then if you delete, it's basically like deleting that term.
Right.
So,
So now I'm left with x inverse x.
Which cancels each other out.
Yeah, which is 1.
Yep.
Oh, so high five. That was actually a great example. So this is a potential word, but when we impose our very limited restrictions on words,
It just goes to 1.
it turns out that this will simplify to 1. Okay. So give me another word.
Maybe x inverse y x y inverse.
Okay. This is definitely a word. You want to see what that looks like?
So let's see. So it should be this way.
Well, it's x inverse first.
So x inverse.
Yeah.
And then y.
Other way. This way.
Y.
There you go.
And x going.
X goes up. Yeah, and y inverse.
And then y inverse goes that way.
Okay. So that is not 1.
So this way. Go back.
Okay. You want to give me a word?
Sure. How about x, y inverse, x inverse, y? So kind of the opposite of what he was doing.
Yeah.
So x is up here.
X is up. Yep.
So x and y inverse, and then x inverse, and then y.
So it's
Also not 1.
Also not 1.
So
Now, you said this is sort of the opposite of what your brother was doing. Do you think if you did these back to back, you would get 1?
well.
no.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Well, sort of like you're making another word,
But
you're still alternating x's and y's, so the terms don't cancel at all.
Okay. What do you think?
I don't think so.
Alright.
Because you don't have any y. If you did this one, if you did this word in reverse and then put it next to that word, you might get some of these. If you did y x inverse y inverse x.
Y x inverse y x inverse y inverse x. You think this
Should equal
So
1.
that was just like putting the cube back to normal when we did that word.
Okay. Cool. Okay, interesting. So these are the basics of a free group. And how many different words do you think there are?
24. Well, without simplifying, there's 24 words, but some of them are going to simplify to 1.
Okay. How many words do you think there are?
Well, there should be 24 with 4 different letters.
Okay. Let me ask you something. Well, where is 24 coming from?
It's 4 choices here, 3 choices here, 2 choices here, and 1 choice here for the letters.
But you have so some words are actually going to just be 1 and equal some other words. So any words where you have either x inverse, x, y inverse, or y inverse y next to each other are going to equal 1.
Okay. All right. Well, good. Actually, I'm glad I asked that question. I need to explain one extra little thing.
All right.
Okay.